On the teacher's first day of class, he called the most mischievous student to the board to answer a question. What the teacher didn't know was that this student was actually an 800-year-old vampire. Upon seeing the problem on the blackboard, the vampire froze in terror. It was a cross, his greatest fear. Within seconds, the vampire began trembling and fainted. A werewolf in the class burst out laughing at the sight, but his turn came next. The teacher immediately called him up and wrote a new problem on the board. Unfortunately, the werewolf mistook the circle for a full moon and instantly lost control, collapsing to the floor. This was no ordinary classroom. It was filled with monsters. There was a Chinese zombie, a German chainsaw killer, and even Japan's Sadako. That evening, the vampire was caught by the teacher secretly dating in the hallway. The teacher was about to scold him for puppy love when he discovered the female ghost was over 400 years old, and the vampire himself was over 800. When they talked back, the teacher immediately demanded to see the vampire's parents. The problem was, Count Dracula had been dead for over 600 years, but he was still dragged out of his coffin, traumatizing the young vampire on the spot. To get revenge on their teacher, the monsters gathered to devise a bold plan. When the principal came to observe an open class, Sadako immediately tried to crawl onto the platform, though the teacher quickly pushed her back down. Before he could catch his breath, the zombie helpfully pointed out that his chalk had fallen on the floor. It was all a trap set by the monsters. The werewolf saw the teacher's rear end as a full moon and uncontrollably transformed. With the classroom in complete chaos, the principal was about to storm out in anger when the teacher pulled him back down, only for the chair, sabotaged by the chainsaw killer, to collapse. The principal, having taken a tumble, announced on the spot that the teacher was fired.